What were your first reactions? You know, what did you what were
Well,
you struck by when you first played with the thing?
You know, I'm very familiar with Eurorack, and the thing about Eurorack is it's a small format, and what I find really interesting in the Eurorack format tends to be the sort of digital synthesis module. But when you're getting into analog synthesis modules, a lot of them are sort of based on this, you know, the Moog circuit. So getting to actually play them and hear them, you just hear such raw analog power. And the size allows them to use sort of like higher grade components and really sort of, they don't have to cut any corners in order to make it fit into a certain format. And as a result, you just really hear there's like a clarity and depth and richness. I mean, this is just the stuff that like legends are made of. The oscillators sound super beautiful. So I love the way the oscillators sound. The low pass filter, I mean, is what a lot of synthesizer manufacturers want to sound like. Really rich. And it's more just the sound, not so much the modules, because you can encounter this type of module in a lot of different varieties and forms, but it's more just the sound of these things that...
So I guess we should play, can we hear just the sort of raw sound of the oscillators?
Yeah.
How do they sound?
I'll set it up so that it can drone and you can hear some of the waveforms. So if we open up the envelopes, you can just hear it playing a constant tone. Right now, it's the rectangular wave coming out of the 921 oscillator, and the pulse width is being modulated. That's why you hear the wave shape slowly changing. And then I'm opening it up on the low pass filter so you can really hear all the bandwidth come out. And then I have another of the two sine oscillators that I can stack on. You can really hear the richness. And then if you start introducing pitch, you can sort of hear how it reacts. If we go just back to our sawtooth wave. And you can hear it can get really deep and low. Stack up some more sawtooths. Just hear the power. And then the other nice thing is you can get some really beautiful FM tones. So right now I'm routing both of the sine waves together in a channel, and then I'm using a continuous function coming from this make noise function to then feed it to the FM. So you can get these really harmonically rich. And then I can introduce a rhythm. Nice sort of normal melodic stuff. I like that you can sort of take it to this really clangorous, complex, sort of aggressive tone and still be able to come back to just these beautiful sort of sine waves. And you can hear it by itself. Sort of a really pure tone.
That's ace.
That sound good?
Yeah. Thanks, Max.
Yeah, of course.